I am going to share with you 7 things that great parents do differently. Pay attention. It's not magic or luck. When you get to the end of this video, you'll know 7 things that absolutely work. Just pick 2 of them. Pick 2. Let's start with that, shall we? First off, a disclaimer. You're already doing a great job. I'm Dr. Paul Jenkins. I'm a professional psychologist. I've worked with parents my entire career, which is pushing 3 decades now. And I know something about you already. You are a good parent. I know you just heard some noise in your own head. Yeah, but this and that. And Dr. Paul, you don't know this or that. I get it, okay? And there's some noise that clutters up our mind. But for you to be here right now, to have found this video and to engage the way you are right now, that tells me a lot about you. I am not here to make you a better parent. I already think you're great. I do want you to be more confident in showing up as a great parent. That's why we're going to talk about these 7 characteristics that great parents have. First off, great parents smile. There's 2 reasons for this. They smile because they have taken personal responsibility for their own happiness. They don't depend on their children to make them happy. They choose happiness and show up differently for their children. This takes the pressure off of the kids. It's too much of a burden to expect kids to make us as parents happy. We're responsible for our happiness. When you smile, it also changes the dynamics with your kids. I've said this many times in our parent seminars. When mom is smiling, kids are thinking. Consider just how true that is. Because when you're smiling, your kids are wondering, what am I missing? What's going on? What does she know that I don't know? It's a great strategy. And it's genuine because you're in charge of your own happiness. Great parents smile. Great parents say yes. They get to yes. My creative editor for my first book, Thomas Cantrell, gives a presentation about the magical power of yes. It's a word that is affirming. It's a word that opens up possibilities. And as parents, a lot of times we find ourselves saying no a lot. No, you can't. No, stop. What if we were to switch that over and say yes? Get to yes. Now, it's okay if you say yes when or yes if. Do you see how you don't even need to say no at that point? Your kids ask you, for example, can I go to the movies with my friends? And your answer is yes when your homework is done. Or yes if you can show me that you're being responsible for this other thing in your life. Do you see? Get to yes. Yes is a powerful and affirming word that will work some magic in your relationships. Great parents say yes. Great parents do self-care. I'm reminded of this every time I get on an airplane. And you know when you're taxiing out on the runway and you're about ready to take off and the flight attendants are going through their safety routine, right? You're familiar with it. Just in case you've been in a coma for 20 years, they show you how to fasten a seatbelt and release it. Good to know, right? But there's a part in the presentation where they say if we lose cabin pressure, these very attractive oxygen masks are going to fall from the ceiling everywhere. And you're going to take one of those and put it on your face and stretch that little rubber band over your head. You know the routine. They always say at that point, look, if you're traveling with young children or someone who needs assistance, put your own mask on first. Why do they say that? Because our natural tendency is to help the person that we're responsible for. But if you're out cold in the aisle, you're just in the way. You're part of the problem at this point. You got to put your own mask on first, because that puts you in position to help everybody else. That's what self-care is all about. Now, there's a lot of misunderstandings about what self-care is. Some people think that means taking time for yourself to do things you want to do. And yes, that's part of self-care. The much more important part of self-care that I want to call to your awareness right now is the story, the narrative that's going on in your head about who you are and who you are as a parent. How would you finish this phrase? As a parent, I'm just so... How did you finish that phrase? And notice this. If I talk to you the way you talk to you, would we be friends? Or would you fire me right out? You be kind to yourself. The words that you say to yourself are the most important aspect of self-care, and that's the part that a lot of people ignore. It's huge. Get some coaching if you need it. Find some way to be kind and forgiving and respectful and compassionate right here at home where it means the most. That is self-care, and great parents do self-care. Great parents understand how control and maturity come into play when we interact with our kids, when we're doing discipline. Control and maturity. I've put together an entire model about control and maturity. This is where all of my parent trainings and seminars are based on this model. And I gotcha on this one. It's not the purpose of this video to go into detail about that, but I'll give you a copy. Go to the URL on the screen, drpauljenkins.com/stages, because we talk about stages of moral development. It's not about age, it's about stage. And when you understand that, everything changes. Once again, drpauljenkins.com/stages. I got you on this. I'll give you the materials for free. Okay? Go grab it. Great parents understand control and maturity. Great parents watch Live on Purpose TV. How did you feel when I said that? Because here you are watching Live on Purpose TV. Have you subscribed yet? Do you remember earlier I told you pick two? Pick two of these things that great parents do. You've already got one. Check it off your list. You watch Live on Purpose TV. Great parents watch Live on Purpose TV. Great parents take care of their team. I give 4 rules of parenting in our parenting seminars. Take care of yourself. We already talked about that. Take care of the team. That's number 2. Number 3 is love your children. And number 4 is discipline your children. And we give trainings on each of those as well. But we're at the team stage right now. Who is your team? And how do you take care of your team? Incidentally, I am honored to be on your team. As you join our family here at Live on Purpose, we are constantly giving you the tools and the resources and the models that you need to be a great parent. Taking care of your team means that you pay attention to the relationship with the other adults in your life. If you're married, it means your spouse, okay? They are on your parenting team. You together are a team to provide what these children need. But if you're alone, if you're a single parent, first of all, my hat goes off to you. That's a big job. But you still have a team. You have us here at Live on Purpose Central. You might have your pediatrician, the child's teacher. You might have a babysitter or extended family that help you out. Take care of your team. Great parents take care of the team. And finally, great parents understand their job. And your job as a parent is to love them, no matter what. And even if. I throw that last part in because sometimes the no matter what's or the even ifs get in the way. Are you prepared to love your children no matter what? And even if. Even if they hate you? Yeah, oh, they've thrown that at you before? Yeah, they probably don't really hate you, but when they throw that at you, are you prepared to do your job? Love them even if they say they hate you. Are you prepared to love them even if they fail out of school? Even if they commit a crime or get on drugs or choose a lifestyle that you fully disagree with? Are you ready to do your job? Great parents understand their job is to love them no matter what and even if. Hey, You are a great parent. I think you've found evidence for that as you watch this video today. Remember, I'm setting you up to succeed. Go grab your model, drpauljenkins.com/stages. I'll put this in your inbox, and there's more to come from where that came from. Okay? I've got your back. Glad to be on your team.